K-pop industry isn't built for minors, yet companies keep debuting younger and younger artists. New Jeans Hae-in will turn 15 in a month, and Chiquita from Baby Monster just turned 14. With how young these new idols are, it's no surprise that older and more experienced idols have voiced their concerns, since some of them have also debuted extremely young. In February of 2023, Hyuna went viral after she unexpectedly spoke about New Jeans in her interview with Cosmopolitan Korea. In her interview, Hyuna was asked if there was something that she would tell her 15-year-old self when she debuted. Hyuna said, "I want to tell her to eat well. You got to eat well so that your body and mind can endure it." Hyuna then mentioned New Jeans, who are one of the youngest groups right now. Hyuna shared that she has been watching a lot of New Jeans content and feels affectionate towards the girls. Hyuna also expressed her worries because of how young New Jeans members are. Hyuna shared, "I wonder, are they eating well? I wonder if they won't be able to eat well because they have to wear crop tops, or if they won't be able to sleep well because they don't have time to get some rest. I'm reminded of the times when I was young and I get worried." When Hyuna debuted, she was 15 years old, so her concerns towards the well-being of New Jeans members are definitely valid. Hyuna added, "Members of New Jeans eat a lot of Korean food and don't forget to take vitamins. And I sincerely hope there is at least one person beside all of you who you can easily confide in." Hyuna expressing her worries about New Jeans left the fans feeling bittersweet. A lot of them thought that Hyuna looking out for the group was very sweet, but they were also reminded of the dangers and painful experiences of being such a young idol. When New Jeans debuted, their age became a hot topic among netizens, and people criticized the company for basically debuting children. One fan tweeted, "Hyuna sharing her concern based on her experience as a minor in the industry. Other idols who debuted young have also expressed the trials and tribulations they had to deal with and how it affects them as adults. How many things have happened behind closed doors that fans were unaware of?" Fans agreed that Hyuna looking out for New Jeans so publicly is very telling of how the industry treats young idols, even though the industry might be different from how it was when Hyuna debuted. In 2014, South Korea actually passed a law that would protect young K-pop idols from being overworked and exploited. This law prevented young idols from performing late at night, which is why we see some idols leaving at a certain time during award ceremonies. Under the new law, young idols should be guaranteed the basic rights to learn, rest, and sleep, and since 2014, it's also illegal to make underage minors wear revealing stage costumes or make them perform suggestive choreography. Still, the age when idols debut keeps getting lower and lower, and it isn't very common now to debut someone who is in their 20s. According to the Korea Times, being a K-pop idol is one of the most sought-after jobs globally, and because of how popular and demanding it is, the public and the company set even higher standards for idols, which can be incredibly difficult for someone so young. Young female idols are an especially easy target, and numerous older idols have spoken up about the dangers of being a young woman and an idol at the same time. In 2016, Sista met with IOI, who were still rookies at the time, and advised them on what they should be careful of during their career. Although it's been a couple of years, Sista's advice is just as relevant as it was back then. IOI were advised that they should be very careful around their male seniors. They said, "Be careful of men. When you're a rookie, male seniors won't leave you alone, but not all male seniors are nice people. Become a hermit. Just stay at home and don't meet up with guys." After Sista shared their warning, Super Junior's Lee-Took agreed, possibly knowing what male seniors are capable of. Other female idols said very similar things like Sista. For example, former Hello Venus member Nada once shared that her agency showed her a list of dangerous male seniors that she should either avoid or be very careful around. Sully also once opened up about what she experienced when she was still very young. Sully shared, "I think because I've been active since I was young, there haven't been many people who thought of me as young. There were a lot of scary moments. If they told me to do something, I would, and I didn't even know the reason why I had to." As sad as it is, a lot of agencies prefer younger idols for whatever the reason might be, and some older trainees might feel discouraged by this preference. BTS's Dean, who debuted when he was 20, shared that he thinks that idols are debuting too young nowadays after a fan came to him to voice out her concerns about feeling too old to debut. Dean's statement came shortly after Psy started to contemplate the debut of 12-year-old Tanaka Koki, and Iso, at the time just 14, was about to make her debut in IVE. Debuting someone before the person hits 18 years seems like a clear exploitation to a lot of fans. Because the agencies want these young idol trainees to be almost perfect, they're destroying their childhood and putting them through immense stress during an important part of their development. Most of the time, these kids have to endure stressful and very busy training processes while going to school as well, and this has a negative effect on their mental health. Jean's comment reminded everyone that some of the biggest names in the industry today started their career when they were children. Jungkook debuted when he was just 15, and he reflected on his lost childhood in the song My time, which he opened up with the lyric, "Feels like I became a grown-up faster than everyone else." SHINee's Taemin debuted when he was 14 years old, and Boa debuted even younger when she was just 13 years old. In an interview with Vogue Korea, Boa shared a few words about what she would like to tell her past self. She said, "Debuting at a young age and experiencing hardships, my behavior changed little by little. I feel sorry for that situation. If I ever meet Boa from that era, I would advise her to not work so hard." Although these people achieved many incredible things, they had to sacrifice a huge part of their life, and their childhood was completely different than ours. NCT Dream's Jaemin debuted when he was 15 years old, and to pursue his dream of becoming an idol, he had to drop out of school. Jaemin shared, "I left school in my first year of middle school. Going to school is nice. It's unfortunate because there's this social life you can only learn in school. I don't have any friends except for my members." Jaemin added that he couldn't enjoy both going to school and completing his duties as a trainee. Because his career was more important to him than school, he decided to drop out. Jaemin continued, "You start playing with your friends after classes, but I had to go straight to the practice room after school, so I couldn't make friends. I think it's true that your middle and high school friends become your friends forever." Twice as Jihyo missed out on even more things when she was a trainee. She joined the agency when she was just 8 years old and spent the next decade being a trainee. Because of that, she missed out on the simple but precious things in life. Jihyo shared that during her pre-debut days, she had no time to go on family trips. She added, "I feel sad that I don't have any memories during my school days. When school ended, I would go to the agency right away. When I think about it now, I envy my friends who were able to eat spicy rice cakes and go to karaoke after school." Jihyo shared that because she was so focused on becoming an idol, she didn't realize what she was missing out on in life, but she realized it once she debuted. It's a known fact that not having that childhood socialization experience can affect one's mental health. They have to face a lot of pressure very early on, and although they become incredible performers, the price that they have to pay is huge. Psychologically, these people can be more prone to depression and anxiety, as well as they could experience struggles with just adjusting socially. Experts call adolescence the identity formation period. A Korean-American psychiatrist and writer Dr. Jin Kim said, "If they're stuck in training mode where everyone is telling them what to do, they don't really go through that stage, so they might get stuck. Those things might happen later for them, or they might never develop autonomy." Not only are these young idols under the company's close watch, and everything that they do is closely monitored, they often have to face an overwhelming amount of online comments, which can seriously impact their self-worth and, once again, their mental health. Thankfully, some agencies offer their idols some mental health services. Being an idol as a teenager isn't necessarily bad, only if the conditions are right. New Jeans are a good example of what the conditions should look like. The girls' ideas seem to be taken into consideration, and they're actually getting paid for their hard work. Overall, it seems like the company is taking good care of New Jeans. Unfortunately, that's not the reality for some of the teenage idols who are from smaller companies who can't afford those things. What do you guys think about idols debuting as teenagers? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Bye!